Everybody, what is going on? It's me, Captain Vibes. Today we are live action. You already know what it is. Here to bring you this week's review of Bleach Episode 5 titled Wrath as a Lightning. Now, you already know how we do it over here. I discuss the good, the bad, the ugly, and what they added in, what they removed, and why. So we see immediately with this episode, of course, it starts out with the transmitting devices being laid out so Rin can let everyone know that Ichigo is coming to save Soul Society. However, in the manga, from what I remember, yes, we have the actual messengers laying down these transmitters. Now, yes, I'm pretty sure they did it in the anime, but they didn't show them doing it. But yes, we know it was them. And they were removed for whatever reason. And if I'm not mistaken, Robert, he actually shot one, you know, that I do remember. And of course, Jadambo comes barging in, you know, Squad 12 barracks and just destroying it. And of course, he's being taken over by Pepe, because in the manga, we see Ren stabbing Hyosu. I believe that's his name. And at that, I'll never forget when I first seen that panel years ago. I'm thinking like, okay, what the hell is going on? Like, I knew, okay, clearly with Jadambo, he was possessed. But Ren just stabbing Hyosu, like, what the hell? But of course, we see it was Pepe. Now, in the manga, we just seen his foot, and he's doing this little silly laugh. But this time, we actually get an up-close look at the staff that he uses. Then we cut to Ichigo, how he's still unable to escape Kurji's jail. And yes, I love the way they captured this moment, from the angles, the color, the lighting, everything, the sound. And again, with these panels, these real drastic panels that I've read years ago, I always wonder how are they going to capture it with the angles, face expressions, and the music and the voice acting. Of course, the voice acting is top notch. So far, down to everything has been good since the return of Bleach. So, you know, yes, we all know people have been doing their little nitpicks, but with this moment right here, this was a very serious, intense moment, and they captured it perfectly. And yes, the moment when Kurji was cut in half. I was not expecting the slash to be red, and yes, we all know it's Grimjaw. And look, let me say this real quick. It is never my intent to spoil anyone. For the anime-only Bleach fans, this is... Now, I know I don't put spoiler warnings in the description or in the comments below, or I don't announce it, but I'm sorry, you know, the Bleach manga has been over with, what, 10 years and some change now. Now, I don't know what you motivators had going on in life, but you can read it for free online. Of course, support it. Already support it. You know, you could buy some. There's so many ways you could have caught up. Hell, you can even go to the Bleach wiki, but that's not the same, you know. But there, I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm not gonna say I can't. I choose not to do these reviews, you know, spoiler free. I will discuss things that will be spoiler, everything in its entirety. So again, it's not my intent. But if you are watching this and you don't want to be spoiled, unfortunately, you may want to click away. If you don't care about being spoiled, hey, stay, continue to watch, you know. Thank you. Enjoy the content. All right, so moving on. So, yes, we all know that was Grimjaw that cut Kurji in half. Again, I didn't expect it to be red. I love how fast it happened, especially when he put the katana with Zanpakuto right next to Urahara's face. Happened so fast, clean, perfect, no complaints. Now, continuing on to the Byakuya and Renji versus Asuna fight, this was done beautifully. This was everything I expected and more. From the things they removed, the things they switched around and added in, it was perfect. And I like how they actually removed a silly moment, so that way you can just feel the seriousness. I was just 100% serious and intense. Now, the little serious moment, I believe that's when Renji told Byakuya, you know, hey, let me go first. You know, that way, you know, I can draw out the enemy's ability. I think Byakuya went to tell Renji, like, no, I don't think, you know, you're intelligent enough to do that. And that's when Renji had that silly face, like, well, you don't, okay, maybe you're right. It was one of those kind of moments, but they took that out, fine, whatever. I'm cool with that. And just the music, everything about it. We finally got to hear Asuna's voice. I actually thought his voice wasn't going to be that deep. Now, for the ones who are thinking it's not deep at all, in my mind, you know, I just envision I would hear his voice to be more high-pitched, you know, but whatever. I like his voice. It's cool. Can't wait to hear it in dub. Now, the moment with Rukia's face. Oh man, I know that's the one part people were waiting to see for so long. They nailed it perfectly. However, is it me, or it seemed like it was just real fast? Like the face just melted real fast. I actually envisioned it where it would just slowly just peel off and the eyeball will come out the socket. That's how I envisioned it was gonna happen. But still, you know, that's fine. It happened fast. That's cool with me. Now we cut to Asnod giving his continuous dialogue to Byakuya regarding the fear, how it's not an emotion, it's an instinct. Then we cut to these flashbacks. And I noticed with one of the flashback scenes it showed Byakuya fighting Koga. Now for all of you who don't know, yes, that was during the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. Koga, you know, he abused and basically broke ties with his Zanpakuto, Muramasa. And yes, that was Byakuya's nephew by marriage, and they had a final showdown. And that was, to me, that was my favorite filler arc. But keep in mind, filler, but yet they added it in this anime. So is that, you know, considered filler now? Yes, no, maybe so. And shout out to Amanda Panda. She wondered the same thing on Twitter as well as me. And maybe it is considered filler. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's half or somewhat filler. For example, we see the Zanpakuto designs are actually canon. That was revealed when Shunsuke fights Star Knight X. We see, that was the actual Zanpakuto spirit that was in the anime, which, you know, the filler, the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. But some of you are thinking, no, it can't be canon because, yes, this is the Bleach anime, so of course they're gonna show flashes from the previous anime, you know, Bleach. So I get where people are coming from with that, but who knows, you know, just wishful thinking. Hopefully it is canon. And the bugs, the way they did the bugs, perfect. That looked even better than what I envisioned because, yes, we remember how it looked in the panel, you know, just you see all the bugs coming up and it was drawn very well. You can really feel it. But with this, just the darkness, the background, you can hear the bugs, the way they're moving, just crawling around. It looked perfect. And it's just, man, crazy to hear Byakuya lose his composure like this and just scream. But it's a different type of composure. The first time I've ever seen Byakuya lose his composure was when he was fighting Ichigo for the first time. Well, you know, the second time on Sokyoku Hill. But this time it was truly out of fear. And you could really feel it, and it was just like, damn, to hear Byakuya, whether it's dub or sub, whatever, to hear him scream like that, that's just something like, man, I remember just when I first was reading this, I said, damn, they really doing Byakuya in like this, like, damn. So, when Asnod used Byakuya's Bunkai, the extra footage, throughout this whole fight, you've seen different angles, you know, you see the effects, things that they moved around and twisted from the panels, which is perfectly fine because this was a very, very major important moment throughout this Bleach arc, and they had to do it justice, and they nailed it perfectly. And even it made perfect sense when he used his Bunkai. Yes, you seen the blades coming out of the ground and the way they just broke down, and it's so crazy how they can control it. He didn't have to say scatter, Zenbon Zakura, or Kakiyoshi at all. He just used the seal, the amulet. And the thing is, when he activated the Bunkai, the way it did the same angle as when Byakuya did his Bunkai, like, damn, that was like just a slap in the face. Like, come on, man, damn. And to see my boy just get done in like this. Oh, and we finally see this was discussed in the past, and we finally seen it. It was Star Knight P who took out Rukia. Now, you know, there it is. For the ones who were ever wondering, there you go. How did she take Rukia out? Who knows? She probably hit her with the arrow, or with who knows? Who cares? I don't care nothing about Star Knight P. Literally nothing. One of the most useless Bleach characters ever. Anyway, so, God, when Byakuya was getting done in like that, man, it was just painful to see my boy get done like that. Even though we all know the outcome, you know, he was ended up still being alive. But wait, let me address something real quick. Can you motivators help me understand something? For years, there's been talk and rumor and he say, she say that Kubo decided to keep him alive because of the death threats or the fangirls or the hate mail. Now, I was told he mentioned on Twitter that basically, yeah, that's why I kept him alive. So I did a lot of research, articles, went to Reddit, forum sites, Facebook groups. You know, you have some motivators trying to be passive aggressive and debate me about this. But my thing is, did he literally say that word for word? Did Kubo literally say, well, I kept him alive because, you know, I said, nah, hear me out now. While that could be true, Look at what's been happening at the beginning of this arc when it first started. We seen seemingly, we thought Kira was dead. Rukia, we see she turned around and just got slashed. And right there, people was like, you had some thinking, nah, she's not dead. She just got dropped. And you actually had some gullible, super Rukia fans that was thinking, oh my gosh, she's dead. Because they seen how serious this arc was getting. You're seeing people getting killed, dropped. And at the time, which let's not hope this is the final arc of Bleach. We need that Hell arc. At the time, we were all knowing and believing this is the final arc of Bleach. So Kubo was probably going to end this with some deaths. So seemingly we thought Kira was dead. Maybe Rukia. And then we see things getting serious. Shunsu getting shot in the eye. Then we see Old Man Yama, he died. Oh, let's rewind a little bit, of course. Sasakibe. So Sasakibe dead. Kira seemingly dead. Rukia, we don't know. Old Man Yama, dead. And then Byakuya. So now, all that hate mail could have been for all 5. Or maybe just a few. Who knows? Now, I'm not saying, it wasn't only for Byakuya, but there's a possibility that the hate mail could have been like just a collective, like Kubo. Don't start killing a whole bunch of people. Or, some of the favorite characters. Now, I get it. Yes, Byakuya is more popular than Kira and Sasakibe. I get that. So I'll argue he's more popular than Old Man Yama. Is he more popular than Rukia? No, he's not. We all know everybody loves Rukia. But I did find a little tweet that Kubo wrote regarding that, and again, he didn't say Byakuya. So it could have been for Byakuya, or it could have just been as a whole. Like, oh man, I'm getting hate mail and death threats, and people complaining because I'm killing off characters, and he's like, I guess that's why I keep Kira alive. But then again, I don't know. We've seen Bleach characters lose chunks, from right here, and they still ended up being alive. However, we have to remember the way Kubo writes. Some writers, they like to leave you wondering, guessing, give you that false feeling of, oh my god, this character is dead or is about to die. Look how many times characters should have died and they came back. Look at Hiyori. Cut in half. Still came back. And this is another thing that people need to realize. Yes, I get it. For people who's going to say, well, his Zanpakuto shattered, it disappeared, it broke. First it cracked and broke, and it just vanished. I get that, alright? But guess what? I find that to be odd, because Sasakibe, he died. His Bunkai was stolen, just like Byakuya's. And his Shikai and his Zanpakuto didn't vanish. Old Man Yama, when he died, his Zanpakuto didn't vanish. So I'm thinking, what is going on? Did he really plan for him to die or not? But maybe he planned on Byakuya getting stronger. How else was Byakuya going to get stronger? Yes, this is wartime. He don't have time to do Jensen like that. The amount of power boost he received, he could not have received that without the help of Royal Guard. It's just more than just training with your Zanpakuto. He just basically got tore down and rebuilt from the ground up, basically. So how else was that going to happen? Maybe, just maybe, Kubo made it, he wrote it out that way for Byakuya to get so jacked up, he can go up to the Royal Guard. And also, remember, Hashwolf told Bach that it seems like Byakuya Kuchiki is dead. Then we switched to the Royal Guard while they're saying, if we don't treat him now, he will die. So Hashwolf thinking he dead, but they're like, no, he's not dead, but if we don't treat him, he will die. So your guess is as good as mine. I already know motivators about to start saying, nope, it was confirmed, but if you all can link me where it was officially said. Now, I've seen the articles, so those are articles, but link to me where it was officially said, because I kind of still stand on that, maybe on the fence a little bit, that I don't really think he kept Byakuya alive. Only him, because of the, the cries and the death threats or whatever. But even though that is a real thing, the Japanese, they don't play regarding their characters. So, moving on. Now, yes, I did notice they removed the panel when Bach and Hashwolf were talking. Why did they remove that panel? Keep in mind, that panel also had in there, Byakuya Kuchiki is dead. They removed that panel. I'm not saying nothing, but I'll just notice they removed that panel. I'm not linking it. I'm not saying they removed it because of that, but I'm just pointing out, like I do in my reviews, that was a panel removed. But with the Kenpachi moment, we all know Byakuya and Kenpachi are my two favorite captains. They did this justice. Like it was flawless, just flawless stuff. Man, the way he took out those 3 Star Knights, and I will never forget it. The first time I seen that in the chapters, my likeness for Kenpachi went up. The way he just made quick work of Lloyd, Jerome, and Bernice. I love how they actually went into more detail. I think I read a comment, someone saying they wish they would actually show him taking them out. Now, of course, we see the extra footage that they show, with Star Knight R, the Roy, Jerome. I love the angle when he roared, popped all the heads. Yes, that him killing Soul Reapers was in the manga, but it wasn't that detailed, and it wasn't that many Soul Reapers on the panel. And of course, Bernice, Star Knight Q, the way he ripped, that's exactly how I visioned it. When he say he ripped her throat out, that's exactly how I visioned it. Like, Kenpachi is just brutal. That's what I love about Bleach. Bleach just have that bloodiness, that goriness. It just makes him more intense, more just hype, better, more realistic. And of course, I noticed when Kenpachi was fighting himself, he was fighting Lloyd, he was using both hands. Go back a while, he was using both hands. I noticed that. I'm not saying those are full-blown kendo strikes, but hey, what did he say? He had to become stronger than Lloyd in order to beat him. So, hey, keep that in mind. We cut to the Gargantua Serite side aperture. The little bit of Squad Swift, that's what's left. That's new extra footage because we see Hiroru, I believe I'm saying his name wrong, him and Akon walking in there. And that was not in the manga, of course, because he got stabbed by Rin. Now, the Old Man Yama fight. Oh my God. When Old Man Yama showed up. Of course, we got Star Knight Oda Overkill, Drish Crawl, he just rocking Hisagi, putting it to him. And I like the added detail, man, while he was just walking towards Hisagi, he's just stepping on the dead Shinigami. And God, this was just perfect. Perfect. No complaints. The moment Old Man Yama showed up to the end of the credits, it was just flawless. And that flashback of him and the younger Sasakibe, that ever since I got into Bleach, I always wanted to just see a whole bunch of just mini series of like the past of Soul Society, the Goten 13, the history, because a lot of these characters, I'm gonna keep it real here, they're just way more interesting than Ichigo. They have so much history, so much lore, so much character development. Like, if you see how they probably were in the past opposed to now, like perfect example, Old Man Yama and possibly the original Goten 13, like, man, everything just looked perfect. I would love to watch episodes of this non-stop, back to back, just flashbacks and histories and just origin stories. I would love it. And we finally get to see Sasakibe, him literally use his Bankai. I thought that was pretty cool how he, went to attack Old Man Yama, just left the scar on his head. And when Old Man Yama took out Star Knight Drish Claw, the music, finally the new music. And I say finally, not in a bad way, because yes, I love the music in Bleach, but seeing as how this is a new arc, I'm expecting to hear a whole bunch of new music. The remixes of the old, that's cool, but certain moments, man, like, this hit so hard, man. God, it was just perfect. That music, like, y'all can't tell me. Y'all cannot tell me y'all didn't get hyped at this moment. Everything, of course, just perfect. The Ryujin jacket, the flames, the shadows, the lighting, it was just flawless. And the way the intensity just really kicked in when Old Man Yama went to take off, flying through the air. The way the panels were showing everyone looking shocked, they can sense Old Man Yama, the morale went up. Now, when Kumamura howled in the manga, I kind of like that panel a little bit better than what they showed in the anime. But whatever, that's a little small price to pay. So, this moment right here, oh God. I don't know why in my mind I didn't think it was going to lead up to this part of the episode. Maybe my chapters in my mind was just off track, but this was just too well. I just can't keep saying it enough. And yes, we see the after credit scene. I hope a lot of you seen it, because some of you probably just, oh, that's the credits, I'm cutting it off. But yes, there's an after credit scene. Naturally, Kenpachi choked up on Miyama lands down, and just the rage, the anger, the flames, the fire, it was just flaws. I did not want it to end. Every time these Bleach episodes end, I'm just thinking like, God, why? Now I have to wait till next week. Just like how we used to have to wait, you know, for the new chapters. However, we already know what's going to happen, so it's not as bad. But with these new added extended details, you know, and footage, it's like just feel like a good director's cut, or the true way Bleach should have been given to us. And it just makes you want more. Anything that I enjoy, it seems like it goes by real fast. You know, like I said, I'm enjoying the Chainsaw Man, and that goes by real fast. But this, man, also to touch on the details of this episode as well, when Asnot put a hole in the Byakuya's chest, and his, you know, the exit wound, the blood, just the animation and the visuals and the sharpness and cleanness on that blood, just little extra details like that, you gotta appreciate, you gotta love. I mean, that's what I have for you today. At least, I mean, what else can I say? I mean, I could stand here just bombarding this episode, and the anime so far was just nothing but not good reviews, but just positive. Well, of course, good reviews, but just positive things, and it's delivering. It really is. So, man, next episode, I don't know, maybe to top this one. So far, I'm noticing each episode is getting better than the last. So, yeah, that's all I have for you, at least. Give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. One more thing before I go. The next video I put out, yes, it will be the Youmacon video, so be on the lookout for that. That one was kind of a doozy to make, but I had to do what I had to do to make it work. Hope you all enjoy it. But yeah, that's it. I'm signing out. Thanks for watching. It's me, TheEliteace. See you next week.